Psalms 96 verses 7 to 10. Ascribe to the Lord, all you families of nations, ascribe to the Lord glory and strength. Ascribe to the Lord the glory due his name, bring an offering and come into his courts. Worship the Lord in the splendor of his holiness, tremble before him, all the earth. Say among the nations, the Lord reigns. The world is firmly established, it cannot be moved, he will judge the peoples with equity. Psalm 96 verses 7 to 10 emphasizes the universal call to worship God. It begins by urging all nations and peoples to acknowledge the greatness of the Lord, attributing to him the honor and strength he deserves. This underscores the idea that God's glory transcends all boundaries and is not limited to a specific group or culture. The verse further directs people to bring offerings and enter into God's presence with worshipful hearts. It highlights the importance of acknowledging and honoring God's name, recognizing the holiness and splendor that surround him. This call to worship is characterized by a sense of reverence and awe, as all the earth is called to tremble before the Lord. The passage concludes by proclaiming the Lord's reign over all nations. It emphasizes the stability and unshakable nature of God's rule, emphasizing that the world is firmly established under his sovereignty. Importantly, it also affirms God's role as a just and fair judge, who will ultimately render equitable judgments upon all peoples. Psalms 96 verses 7 to 10 reminds us of the universal call to worship our Almighty God. It transcends borders and cultures, emphasizing the importance of recognizing his glory, holiness, and righteous rule over all nations. As we reflect on these verses, let's consider: how can we ensure that our worship of God is characterized by genuine reverence and awe, just as these verses suggest? In what ways can we actively proclaim God's reign and righteousness to the nations, fulfilling the call in verse 10? What steps can we take to promote unity and inclusivity in our worship, embracing the diversity of all who come to worship the Lord? Your thoughts on these questions can lead to meaningful discussions and a deeper understanding of the timeless message of these verses. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more inspirational content.